Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I'm actually recording this on Monday, but you'll see it on Tuesday. So I wanted to come in here and I wanted to give you a little pep talk, pump up. Here's the deal. Nothing about what we are all going through right now is going to get any easier before it gets worse. I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but I think you understand what I mean. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And that is tough to hear, tough to deal with, and also can feel like we're drowning. But the main thing that we all have control over at this point in time is exactly the same thing that we had control over in January and December and November and for the last 37 years. That is our own personal health, our own personal wellness, our own goals, and the way that we approach those. So while the entire system seems kind of crazy, and it is, we have some constants that are controllable, that we can stick to, that we can lean on, that we can absolutely rely on to be here for us every single day. First things first, this group's going nowhere. Second, you have to be in here to check it out. You have to be present in order to benefit from anything inside this space, okay? I'm not saying you need to spend hours in here, but I would like to see you in here because that tells me you're continuing to pursue your own personal wellness. If you're not in here, that tells me this doesn't matter to you. Third, Beachbody On Demand is going nowhere. So you have your workouts. Your workouts are going to stay consistent. Your Shakeology is going to stay consistent. Your water can stay consistent. Your food can stay as consistent as supplies allow. So I understand that not everybody right now is probably getting the exact same groceries that they maybe were used to, even just a couple weeks ago. So much has changed in such a short amount of time. But it is thinking about it in terms of making do where you can. So while you may not be able to get, all the fresh produce you want, or maybe you can't get the frozen anymore because it's actually, cheaper in the eyes of America to buy frozen vegetables versus fresh. Figure out how to make that work. Figure out, if you can't get spinach, but you can get kale, then you can eat kale. There are things that people are not excited about buying. Kale is one of them. You will be able to find that in the grocery store. My point behind this all is figure out how to substitute healthy-ish foods back in where you are used to eating a little bit differently. And if nutrition has not been a thing that you're even concerned about at this point, this is your time to dial it in. This is not an excuse, first of all, to sit on the couch and feel like I can just eat my feelings. No, you guys, don't do it. Don't do it, because the bag of candy, the bag of chips, the bag of whatever, maybe it's fast food, maybe it's, takeout because you're trying to support local restaurants. I'm not against that at all. But what I am going to say, if you were not a person who was regularly eating out before this and you're eating out simply to try to maintain your routines and your lifestyle as much as you normally did. Make things as normal for you as you can in this time. Adding extra stress to a situation that's already billowing with kind of craziness is not necessary. Try to make things as simple as possible for you. And that means staying home. And that means being safe and eating foods that your body agrees with, all of those things, so that you're not necessarily putting weird pressure on yourself that doesn't need to be there, okay? Your Shakeology at this point is more important than not. And I'm not going to come on and claim all the things about what it's going to do for your health, but I do know what it has done for my personal health for the last 4.5 years. And it is not something that I can necessarily ignore, deny, or not talk about in terms of immune health, because I noticed it when I first was still on medication, still battling rheumatoid arthritis like a, normal rheumatoid arthritis patient, taking the daily prednisone and the daily Plaquenil and the daily ibuprofen, all those things that are now like illegal to take because of this virus, my body was still healthier with Shakeology at that point than it ever had been prior to that. I didn't know how good it felt to feel good because I was just living how I lived, right? And I think a lot of us experience that. We don't know how good we actually can feel until we start removing certain nutrition habits that don't serve us or that our bodies don't love. And then you add them back in and you feel like crap, like how you used to always feel. And you didn't realize you felt like crap then. So I say that with absolute love. Blend your shake with ice, water, whatever. That part doesn't matter. If it's a hard thing for you to get almond milk right now, like our stores are out of a lot of dairy. It's like wiped and crazy. Just use water and ice, you guys. Don't make it fancy. But blend it with a blender. Put ice. Do this, okay? I'm going to like build you a little diagram. If you have a blender cup that is your blender, like personal size, 1 drink, Ninja, right? Bullet, whatever. Water on the bottom, then your powder, then something heavy like ice or a frozen banana or frozen cauliflower or spinach that's going to push that powder down. Then your blade goes in and you flip it over and you blend. You need something between the powder and the water in order to make your powder actually blend in. This is not like a problem. It is simply, I think, like blending mechanics. You need to have ice when you're blending no matter what. So I just wanted to clear that up. But stay true to your goals. That's what this video is about. Just try as hard as possible to make something normal for you. And when that really comes down to what is it that's going to be normal in this time, it's going to be the thing that you set out to do to begin with, why you're here in the first place. That's to show up for your health. That's to, be a part of a bigger community, and also to shine some positive feeling, vibes, mindset, movement, and nutrition in your life that wasn't there before this. It's a weird season, but it doesn't have to be a complete train wreck dumpster fire because of a weird season. Don't let yourself go down that path. Reel it back in if that's where you are, and start fresh right now. Like, you can literally choose to hit the reset button and start fresh at any moment. Don't continue to allow yourself to have the excuse that, oh, I've already ruined it. So no, you haven't ruined anything. Just continue to show up and make it new right now. Okay, that's all I have for you. Bye, guys.